Cleveland again with the bucket.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. Kicks it to Morrow. From the arc. Collison, the pass to Perkins. Morrow, that's a two-pointer. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist.
That is a very low percentage shot, Kevin, but it's the result they were looking for at the end of the day.
James misses. The Thunder shooting a pretty sorry 29% from the floor here. The three from Morrow. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Now here's LeBron. And the miss. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And now, Jordan presents our player of the game, LeBron James.
Yeah, flip more joints. Bust around, y'all. Word mother, y'all. Check it out, y'all. Just sing to the left, sing to the right. Make it feel good, make it feel alright. One time, feel good, yeah, y'all. Bust the rhymes in the place, y'all. Nigga, you feel real good, y'all. Flip mode, the squad in the place, y'all. Buck wild to all of my who don't care. Lost like a bunch of young black millionaires. Making you run, me and my stacking my ones. Lost a little, invest up in the mutual fund. Blowing the horn, a sense of every day I was born. Never dream I see it landscaping my lawn. Dangerous, be accurate. Have to get the flow be so immaculate. Hey yo, watching my dough. Sipping it slow, them pretty saying hello. Anyway, go ahead and display your olive oil. Little honey dip whipping a little cabriolet. I don't mean to hold you up, but I got something to say. Swear to only give you hot every day. Afraid of us, you know this ain't a game to us. You strange to us, that's when we getting dangerous. Come on. This is serious. We could make you delirious. You should have a healthy fear of us. Cause too much of us is dangerous. So dangerous, we so dangerous. My flip mode squad is dangerous. So dangerous, we so dangerous. My whole entire unit is dangerous. Hold your breath, we swinging it from right to left. With the wide left, be hot to death. Staying alive, you know only the strongest survive. Holding my heat under my seat, whipping the fire. Baseline for all of my people moving around. Give me your pound, all of my holding it down. Cutting you out, the new rocking you out.
It's the home of the Wizards here in Washington, D.C. as 2K Sports brings you today's action live from the Verizon Center. 2K Sports brings you Friday night NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. On the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. You look at the Cavaliers. Things have really gone south on them over the course of the last 7 games. They've gone 1-6.
And as far as the regular season goes, Kevin, this is as good as it gets. The definition of a rivalry, a game between these.
Oh, man, what a play.
Nasty, absolutely filthy.
And the building is stunned, partner. He dug deep into his bag of tricks there.
I hope he keeps that one handy. I want to see that again.
Here's Wall. Gets it to go from 18 feet away.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play him.
Love is known for how explosive he can be on offense, but he still gets knocked on for his defensive prowess or lack thereof. He seems to be tiring of it, though, and has put in a lot of work. I think he's gotten better.
Irving drives in. Wall with some nice defense. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Pierce inside the three-point line. That's short off the rim. I remember last season when Tyson Chandler had remarks about Love's defense, and Love just brushed it off. It's something he's heard before and has followed him even in his rise to the highest ranks of the NBA.
And I think it's been a bit of an overhyped and overstated problem for him. I mean, he does so much more on the court than people think. I don't think he'll ever be an NBA All-Star defender, but he's more than capable of holding his own at that end of the floor.
Irving's shot is good.
Really aggressive play, taking it to the rim against the big man.
Tell you what, I love that fearless attitude.
Nene setting the pick for Wall. Outside Pierce. From deep. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Their last game a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And you know what was most impressive? They wasted very few possessions in that game. They ran their offense close to perfection.
That's what we call a mute button game in front of a hostile crowd. They never let the fans get into it. Had them on their hands the whole time.
12 seconds of the shot.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Feeds it to Beal. Back to Wall. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Beal. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
The past few weeks, let's see how Washington stacks up. 3rd in shooting percentage. 3rd in three-point shooting. And they also show up in the top 5 in assists. They've got scores, and they're a pretty good passing team as well.
Well, to me, the name of the game is putting the ball in the basket when all is said and done. And you look at those shooting numbers that you just talked about, Clark, that makes this team really difficult to defend. They're getting smart offensive possessions time and time again. And when you get high percentage shots and you knock them down, you're going to be tough to beat.
They push it up 4 on 3. Wall again, serving from the baseline. Back to Gortat. Got a piece of it. Outside Wall. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Smith drives in. Took him no time at all on that one. Smith's got his first points of the night.
They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
Yep, it's been a clinic at that end of the floor, no question.
Shoots. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
It's going to be tough for the defense today. If he's got his A-game rolling here tonight, we'll see.
And the Wizards are going with a whole new group out there now. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Marion comes in for James. Mike Miller's checked in for Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. Love with a wide open look. Connects from three-point range.
Good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
They'd love to get more of those, the easiest 2-point spots, and on a fierce finish.
Yeah, and that's exactly how they're going to cut into the lead, Kevin.
Yeah, that's why they've got to tighten up their D, and I'd be surprised if the defense allows any more free runs to the hoop like that.
Butler kicks to Miller. From deep three-point range, the shot misses. So Cleveland will take it the other way. Last time they met in Cleveland.
Now, the last meeting was a successful one. They were very sharp defensively, causing a lot of turnovers, and that swayed the game in their favor.
Here's Butler. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Here's Love. Another miss by Love.
That was not pretty there. You got to make that one, but maybe that's not his range.
21 seconds on the shot. 21.
Here's Dellavedova. He got it. Phenomenal buzzer beater!
You gotta love seeing nothing but zero.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Cleveland ahead, up 11. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Cleveland?
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And they're getting good balance offensively, too, because they're starting to knock down that mid-range jumper.
Beal and Webster out on the perimeter. Chris Humphries is out there with Kevin Seraphin. And it's Miller in at the point guard. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Wizards. Gortat's checked in for Washington. Hall comes in for Andre Miller. Cleveland also making some changes. James checked in for Love. Smith comes in for Mike Miller. And Irving subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova.
John Wall is becoming very...
Oh, what a play!
Oh, look at that.
That is a...
Bring him down the house! The solo alley-oop. That's not something we see too often.
Timed it perfectly, you're right, and caught the defense totally off guard.
I can remember Tracy McGrady doing that. First guy I ever saw pull that off.
Wizards trailed by 10. And a chance here to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, what a busy summer the Washington Wizards had. They brought in a lot of veterans, DeJuan Blair, Chris Humphries, and Paul Pierce. They're hoping that influx of experience will enable them to take the next step in the wide-open Eastern Conference. They've added some real depth in their front court, Kevin.
DC fans have to be excited. Thank you, Doris.
Boy, we just battled through that initial impact and somehow willed it in.
Excellent concentration. That's what you like to see.
Nene, he's checked in for Washington. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
Boy, they look helpless defensively. Well, LeBron James having his nose broken last season by Serge Ibaka. Short of that, he's been seen at times invulnerable. His durability, just one more thing that sets him apart.
Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. The three. The Cavaliers pull it in. Mozgov's got his third rebound tonight. James. So the whistle blows on the shot and two free throws for the contact right there.
Shooting for Cleveland.
And LeBron over his career dealing with a few back issues, but he's been able to remain remarkably healthy.
Kevin, incredibly durable, given the punishment he absorbs night in and night out and the load he's asked to carry by his team at both ends of the floor. That's another element that makes you shake your head about what he's been able to do in his career.
You're right. 2 points. And yes, sir, that one drops.
You know, he started out hot, and he's only gotten hotter. He could be in for one of those games.
And here's the fast break. LeBron leading the way. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
And the defense just lets him go there.
And once he hit the open floor, there was no looking back. Straight to the rack.
That's good. And 12 points for John Wall.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass on.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
Well, he sees something that he doesn't like. I'm not sure what it is, but I think he's going to make some changes here.
I think you've got to make your adjustments pretty quickly like he's doing here. Otherwise, you know, things can get out of hand. So this is a good timeout.
Let's pause for just a moment to see the teams that have been extremely effective with their three-point shooting this past month. The Wizards 5th.
Seems like their whole team is in a great rhythm from the three-point line right now. They've put on a display from long range.
LeBron drives in, and he banks in the layup.
LeBron James.
LeBron's got 19 points.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, taking advantage of the defense, really pounding it down low.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Any extra possessions.
Oh!
Look out!
Watch out below! Wow!